Hey there, Soulshine. It's Michelle here, and I am inviting you to wake up and live. And I'm so sorry. I got it right after I pushed play. Oh, okay. I hope you are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I have been building a new website and working it, and I wanted to test something. And that's what I thought. Okay. Anyway, now we will focus on you guys. Okay, so in the process of building my website came this part of me that got a little frustrated. I was not feeling like I had full I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. And I just kind of had this thought that said, remember, you're a writer. Remember, you are good at this. And it was just this little reminder to think, oh yeah, I am a writer, and oh yeah, I know what to write. So I went into my space and I wrote out my web copy, and then my computer wouldn't let me switch between the different apps or the different tabs in my computer. And so I actually wasn't able to put the fabulous web copy up on my website. Maybe rewrite it. We'll see. But it was really interesting, just a little, oh yeah, and allow myself to go into the place of, oh, I don't want to do that button. I want to do this button. Okay. Sorry, I had things coming up on my screen. Allow myself to go into that place of remembering who I am. Oh, yeah. So this phrase, oh, yeah, it is so freeing. It is so incredible. Chakra Boosters, who is a channel that I'm enjoying watching. She talks about the chakra, and this was one of her things that she said. She had 3 phrases in her, I think it was her last video, a recent video. She had 3 phrases, and one of them was, oh yeah. And a part of it is like when you get stuck doing something, like I was stuck today. I didn't do a video yesterday, and for the first part of the day, well, all of the day, it was because I didn't know what to talk about. And then in the evening, I got caught up in building a website. I was awake until 3 a.m. working on that. I finally was like, okay, go to bed. And so I didn't know, like, I was like, I don't know what to speak about. And then I just thought, let's try this. So I said, oh yeah, I know what to speak about. And it was just like floodgates of like ideas came in, and I was like, well, there you go. So that's what I want to share with you about some of the letting go of some of the pressure that we put on ourselves. We kind of get ourselves stuck in this like, oh my gosh, I got to do it right, or I got to do it perfect, or even just stuck in that I don't know. We get ourselves stuck. And a simple phrase like, oh yeah, there's another way. What's the other way? Oh yeah, I know what to talk about. Just that, it's just this weird little state shift that can help you change your being stuck and free up the information and free up your ability to go forth. So there's another part of this releasing pressure that has been very helpful to me. I've had these 3 things. I've had the oh yeah. I was talking to my friend. She has a chronic an autoimmune illness kind of a thing. She's what's classified as autoimmune illness. She's an incredible woman, and I know that she has these illnesses. She speaks to women who have these invisible illnesses, mystery illnesses. That's her people she speaks to. And I just asked her, I was like, how in the world do you do it? Because I've struggled so much. I'm like, just getting up in the morning sometimes is really hard. How do you do it? Because she said she spoke about bookending your day, like and to me that's like morning routine and an evening routine. And I'm like, how on earth? Because every time I've tried, I just get myself so stuck. And it's because there's so much pressure. And she's like, okay, first of all, I only give myself a few things to do. And she gives herself until noon to get her morning routine done. I was like, wow, that was just freed up so much pressure. Like, my morning routine doesn't have to be done as soon as I wake up. My morning routine doesn't have to have that like instant impact. If I give myself until noon to get my morning routine done, how much more powerful. And then she said when she went into Melissa O'Brien. Hello, Michelle. Nice to catch you live. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. So when it comes to her evening routine, she says everything afternoon counts. So the morning routine is up until noon, and for her it's like from 3 a.m. to noon, and then afternoon until she goes to bed. So, if she has this thing where she writes every day, and if she writes at 12:30, she gets to check it off of her evening list. If she doesn't write until 9:30 at night, she checks it off of her evening list. And on really busy days, she gives herself less to do. And I loved this little tidbit of releasing some of that pressure, because those of us who do have some of these chronic illnesses, the invisible illnesses, we have a hard time. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and the world puts a lot of pressure on us. And, we can't take everybody's expectations off of us. We don't have to live up to their expectations, but they're still going to be trying to pressure us, but we can always take that pressure off of ourselves. And that's what's really important to me. So there's there's this pressure for morning routines, that bookend, and it gives you that little satisfaction of checking things off. And then the other one was when I let go of those shoulds, the ones of I should know better. That was like a really huge one for me, and really shifted my energy, my ability to get up and going during the day. Was when I got frustrated and other people were telling me, well, if you teach this, you should know better. Frustrating about what I manifest a lot of amazing things, but there's a lot of things that I'm not manifesting. And so I'm like, I teach about manifesting, and people are like, well, if you teach about manifesting, then you should be able to do this. That pressure of that should that they're putting on me and I'm putting on myself, I should know better. That pressure is way too much and kind of silly. I know a lot of things, but I'm where I'm at. It's where I'm at. And it's okay. And it's okay to be here sometimes. Giving yourself permission to just be where you're at. People who they're like, I don't feel like doing anything but watching Netflix. Well, give yourself permission to be in that space. There's something that happens when you give yourself permission to be in that space. A lot of times, you don't stay there as long. Sometimes we fight that space. Like, I just don't want to do anything. And when I give myself permission to be in that place of I don't want to do anything, I shift out of it really fast. When I tell myself, well, you should be doing this and you should want to do this and you should, then it's creating more fight within me, and it takes longer for me to get out of it. So those are my tidbits for today. To remember to say, oh yeah, open up another possibility when you feel like you're stuck. Give yourself less to do, or a bigger time frame. Just release some of your pressure about what you need to accomplish during the day, and give yourself permission to be wherever you are. And then know that when you're ready, you're going to move on, and it's going to be awesome. I think it's a mom thing. There's always something to do. LOL. It's so true. Women, mothers especially, we get so caught up in this. And one of the things I like to teach about is organizing our homes and cleaning our homes and things like that. But truly, there are just times that I just have to say, you know what? The mess is going to be there tomorrow. I have other things that are more important. And it's not always easy because we like to, it's like, oh my gosh, got to do everything. I got to do everything. And sometimes you just got to choose what's more important. So there are times when I'm thinking, I need to do this, 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 and this. But what I choose is to play cards with my kids all night. Like, I haven't seen my boys. They went to scout camp on Monday. They're supposed to be coming home, I think, today. And so even though there's a lot of things that need to get done around the house, and I mean, obviously we need to wash up all their camping gear and put things away, I also am going to make sure that we take time to spend time with each other, because when I look at all of the things that I have to do, some of them will be here later, but my kids, they're not going to be here forever. They're not going to be at this age forever. The more time I give them, the more one-on-one attention I give them, the more cooperative they are around the house, because they feel like I'm loving them and care about them. And so sometimes it's about reprioritizing our lives and just knowing that our kids and their needs may need to come before the house, because, the dishes, yes, they need to get cleaned. We eat off of them every day, so therefore we need to keep them clean. Laundry, sometimes I have a friend that she tells a story about how, because she had quadruplets, and so she was pretty darn busy. She had I can't remember how old her boys are. They're really close in age, and so they're like, her quads are 12 now, and I think her one son's 14, her other son's 16, so they're like all pretty close in age. And when they were really little, there was a time when all she could do was say, okay, what do we need for tomorrow? That's the laundry I'm doing today. And that was her focus, because that's all that she had the energy to do. She was so swamped with being a mom of so many, and the emotional things that were heaped upon us, and our perfectionism and our beating ourselves up. We put so much pressure on ourselves, and especially as moms, we do that to ourselves. And it's really important that we take a look and say, okay, what matters most? If I don't vacuum the floor, that's okay. I can vacuum it another day. I mean, if I vacuum the floor, it's just going to get messy anyway. And it's not like I want to live in a mess, but I get to choose. Is spending time with my family more important, or cleaning my home more important? And, can we do it together? There's just different ways. There's so much pressure. And hey, James, I'm so glad you're here. I'm actually finishing up. I'm going to go to the grocery store, get some food. We have not been to the grocery store for a couple of weeks. We've been scrounging around with whatever's around the house, and it's time to go shopping. So thanks, Melissa, for watching. And Melissa says, my floor is always a mess low. I clean it when they sleep. You must have young children, because my youngest child is almost 9, so we have a different dynamics now. And when they were young, yeah, it was crazier. Now I can engage them and be like, okay, it's your turn to vacuum the floor. 2, 3, and 15. Wow. Okay, that's not much difference than what I did. My oldest was 10 when I had my next kid. So I have a 25-year-old, a 15-year-old, 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, 11-year-old, and an almost 9-year-old. So I had a big gap between my oldest and the rest of them. And as far as cleaning goes, we were kind of talking about cleaning, but it was more because of the pressure that we have as moms. This is really, truly about just letting go of the pressure and being a little kinder to ourselves. Remember, yes, that's a lot of kids, but they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. And it was really easy to get overwhelmed when they were really little. Really easy. And so anyway, I hope that there was some fabulous information there. A mom collab would be fun. That would be awesome, Melissa. I would be totally up for that. We put it together and I'll be there. Okay, so I'm gonna go now. My mom was just saying, "Are you ready to go?" And I'm like, "Okay, coming." I didn't say that, but I need to. My mother is 72 with dementia. I'm forever cleaning after her, but me. So he's 45, and taking care of his mom is. I admire you guys for doing that. That's really crazy. My mom and I work together to take care of our home. And I will see you all later, and keep the good work, James. You're doing a good job. And you too, Melissa. Okay, so now I'm ending. See y'all tomorrow. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Swish the hair. It's hard to swish the hair. I don't have my bangs down. We'll see ya.